Good morning. We purchased more items yesterday and I'd like to show you what we got. We wanted to get 2 bags of rice, 25-pound bags each, and Sam's Club was out of it, so we are not able to get rice, but we got toilet paper and I believe 6 more frozen peas, and we got some fruit as well. So I'm going to walk you around and show you more food supplies that we stock up on. And we spent about $111.57 yesterday on our grocery supplies. um, we so far I will say we spent $139.01 on, to build our grocery supply, for April, to be sure that we have enough to cover April. But a lot of grocery staples that we have on hand should be able to last us up to 3 months. So I will say that, like the toilet paper, for example, we usually purchase toilet paper at the end of the year for the whole year. But last year we didn't do that because I didn't save enough from the grocery budget to spend on the toilet paper, and the one that we usually get was this continued it as well, so we were not sure which one we wanted to purchase. So recently my husband told me that he thinks Sam's Club will be a better deal for us than Walmart, so we are thinking about purchasing some from there before the turmoil that we are in. So we know that we have about 1 month, like the one we have on hand that we purchased back in 2018, end of 2018 or very early of 2019. We have enough on hand to go up to end of April, because at the end of 2019 we purchased just 1 bag of a new type at Walmart to try and see if we like it. So, and then my husband thinks Sam's Club would be better. So we have 1 bag, and I know that we should have enough until April. But now that we got 2 more boxes, I think we should have about 3 months worth of toilet paper on hand. And the thing is, we are 7 people in the house, and it's not just my kids and my husband. So the kids, I taught them how to use toilet paper, but it's not everybody that is frugal or that buy into my frugality. So if you don't use your toilet paper the right way, you take a lot of rolls, you use quite a bit more than is necessary. So I think a lot of times, at least what works for me is 3 square or 4 square and use it twice. That's what works for me, and that's what I taught the kids as well. And yeah, it saves on toilet paper, but when you roll a lot of squares to use, you use up your toilet paper very quickly. So we go through one usual roll of toilet paper every 2 days, and so, and now everybody buy into my frugality. So it's not just my husband and my children, so it's just better that I have enough toilet paper on hand. And I like to stock up on that in winter, because I save grocery budgets, so that in summertime I purchase vegetables and then eggs, and in fact in spring I will buy a lot of eggs on sale, and summertime I will buy a lot of vegetables on sale and a lot of chicken on sale, and in fall I will buy a lot of pork on sale, and then I will buy a lot of potatoes on sale in fall as well. So that's how I stock up throughout the year and build my food and grocery supply. But then in winter time I will spend money on those staples that don't go on sale, that I use that don't go on sale, shelf staple foods items, and other non-food items like toilet paper, for example. So that's how we stock up, we build our grocery supplies throughout the year, and that helps us stay ahead. Since we don't save for emergency fund, we just like to have at least 3 months worth of food on hand, and that's what works for our family. And I know that for March we will go over our budget of 210 that we start the month with, and I believe so far we spent about $309 already for March and April expenses, grocery expenses. So let me walk you around. I didn't bring all the groceries here, so I'm just going to show you what I have in my office, and then I'll walk you around to show you what my husband purchased yesterday. And here, let me see, here we have the toilet paper that he got, and I don't know if you have tried those brand already, so that'll be our first time I'm dropping the bread. So he got that one and the one at the bottom, and he found the bread on sale. Usually the one we get, he doesn't find a double markdown any longer, so he got those that we use them as well, and they are 77 cents, about 25 cents saving. So I like to put them in the freezer. I will cut them pretty much all around and put them back in the bag, and I'll put them in the freezer. And sometimes I will chop up egg, like in spring I will harvest a lot of fresh herbs from the garden, mix it up with butter and put it in it, cut it lengthwise and cut it crosswise, and butter it myself with herbs, butter, and put it back in the bag and put it in the freezer. So that'll be our garlic bread type. But this time I don't know how I'm going to do it. Sometimes I'll just cut it like that and just put them in the freezer as well. So let's go check on other things that he got. I believe he purchased more peas. Usually we get the family size, but he didn't find them at the store. He found them, but this one was a better deal. 12 cents for 77 cents. Because the 2 pound, the family size, is over $2, and this one was cheaper per ounce. So that's how you calculate those things when you are purchasing them, because it's not because it's a bigger bag that is going to be necessarily cheaper. It used to be $1 something. Now they increased the price to $2 something for the 2 pound bag. So he purchased those 6 more. We got 12 yesterday and we got 6 more. So we have them here, and that's where I like to stock up my bread. So I have some bread here as well. And now let's check on. In fact, before I forget, I'm going to get some meat here, because for lunch I'm going to make egg rolls pretty much from scratch. Make the dough, and that's my meat freezer. And I'm just going to get some ground beef here on my way up. I even have some bread here as well. So those are about £1, I believe. So I'm going to probably get 5 of that, and I'll put in the sink while I'm working. By the time I'm done working, it will be somewhat stored, and I will just start cooking. So now we are going up to check more groceries that we got. And let me wash my hands since I touched meat. And we don't buy soap, we just use our own handmade soap. I sell them on my website as well. And look at how foamy it is. So I know that it's very important if you don't have enough soap on hand to stock up on soap, especially if you don't see antibacterial wipes or alcohol. So, and our handmade soap, that's what we shower with, that's what we wash your hand with, and wash dishes as well. And this one is coconut oil and olive oil soap, I believe. I need to make more soap for my shop. So he purchased apples, so I had to take them all out of here. Let me turn the lights on here. I will take them all out. Out of the bag, and I'll put them in the crisper. So it's about $26.30. Let me adjust this a little bit. I don't know how many bags we got. I believe about 10 bags or something like that. So that means we might have here too. Yes, so we have Gala and White Delicious, I think, from Aldi for $26.30. He purchased 3 dozen of eggs at Aldi as well for 60 cents a dozen. And I think, yeah, that's why for fridge staples, that's what we got. Oh, and let me show you what I do with the peas. For my busy schedules, when I wanted to make quick meal within an hour, I just add rice to it, but usually I don't add rice to it. So we have pork chops, and then we have peas. So I just steam the peas. When I know that the pork chops is almost done in the oven, I'll steam the peas, and I'll put bread from the freezer. I'll put bread in the oven as well. When I know that the pork chops is almost done, and when the bread is in the oven, I will start steaming the peas. And when they all come down, they all are done, I will serve the peas, the pork, and the bread with butter in it for dinner. It's a very quick meal that can take about an hour to put together. So, and that was the bread that I served for that dinner without the rice included. And I didn't eat mine, so I have my bread here. In fact, I took it to work and I didn't eat that. So our pantry, we have the popcorn. So that's the one we purchased about, I believe in February we got this one. And you can see that we use quite a bit. We have some left. We usually put it in this container here. So we are quite low here, and the bag is pretty much to the bottom as well. So we make popcorn almost every Friday, and the kids like to have like movie night. Oh, you can even see it here. So this one was from last week. Like yesterday, they asked me, today is Saturday, they asked me for if I'm going to make popcorn, and I said no. So I didn't make it yesterday, which is rare because they really like me to make that. And then they'll eat popcorn while they watch cartoon at night after dinner. So, and we call it movie night. So every week doing that, we run out of it very quickly, because when I make popcorn, I'll have some leftovers for few days of snack for school for them. So I really wanted to have another bag on hand, especially this time. We don't know we'll avoid public places and stay inside for an extended period of time. So I wanted to have some snack on hand, and we purchased this one from Sam's Club about $24.98. 50-pound bag, and that's a whole grain. So popcorn is very good for you. I mean, if you pop it yourself. I think the bag is kind of upside down, so yeah, it's upside down, but the way to see it here, whole grain upside down. So yeah, I mean, when I pop it, I'll just use peanut oil. That's what I cook with, and I have a lot on hand, and it doesn't come out early at all. I don't add butter to it or anything, and it popped nicely. I use my cast iron to do that. So we wanted to stock up on pasta, but I wanted to buy macaroni, but we didn't find macaroni, so we might probably buy more spaghetti, but we do have some on hand, and those are snacks for the kids. But you can see those are spaghettis there, 4 pounds boxes, so we have 4 on hand. We have cereals, snacks for the kids. We purchased some sweet and sour for the egg roll that I will make. My husband likes to use sweet and sour, so we purchased some online. And we have some peanuts, but we didn't get those this time. It was just this one that we purchased, that I came here in the pantry to show you. And all he purchased yesterday cost us a total of $111.57. So yes, you can build your food supply on budget. You just have to shop sales for those items you purchase on sale, and stock up throughout the year. But with the coronavirus that we are facing, it's very important that you know what you usually use on a regular basis, and you stock up so that you don't run out of food, or if you have to stay inside for an extended period of time, you have enough to feed yourself and your family. At work, we are thinking about working from home, and so we are putting systems in place in case we have to resort to that. So yeah, we just don't know what we are facing and how we should be prepared for it. So we have like I can work from home, and that's, maybe not everybody has that opportunity, but I mean that's just that. So to yeah, and the school for the kids, the school are thinking about, at this point they don't know if they will close after spring break or not. Our state university is going to do that, but the elementary doesn't know yet. So we are just hoping that it will get through this outbreak very quickly, and just try to be safe and avoid public places as much as possible. And there is no need to panic. We just need to take some precautions to protect ourselves and protect our families, and have enough food on hand to feed ourselves. Food is a need, so we need to provide for our need. And one thing I will point out as well is, if you are trying to pay off your debts, maybe at the end of this month you might want to try to just pay the minimum. At least that's what I will do. I'm thinking about paying the minimum toward the mortgage, and my husband's credit cards, he'll pay the minimum as well, so that we have excess in the account to be able to pay about a month or two for those same bills, have like enough of minimum payment for those two bills as well on hand. So that's why we are thinking about paying just minimum, so that we have enough for the next 2 months for the mortgage as well. So we just have to think about how we can manage our situations. When you don't have 6 months of your income on hand, it's very important you build your food supplies. It's easy to build 3 months worth of supply on hand by shopping sales than to save 3 months of your income. So thank you for watching. Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap, and our website is ninasoap.com. And I believe let me see if I have it here. Probably I have not done it yet, but I'm working on some digital products, and I like to put some on my website under free download, and I might probably work on that this weekend. So if you have downloaded our budget and monthly expenses sheet, I have mortgage payment log here that I designed. It's going to be like this. So I'll invite you to visit our website and download it and start tracking your payment, especially if you are trying to pay off your mortgage early. You might want to download it so that you can track your payment. I like to do that with ours, and I thought it would be a good idea to have a design for it, since I'm creating our financial planner. So those are the products that will be included in it. So, and I like to have a free version online, so that if somebody is interested, they can download it and start using. And if there is some limitation, please feel free to give us your review, your comments on that, to help us polish it better to meet your need. What you think we should include if you were to buy it, what you would like to have on it. It will be a good idea to let us know. So I will put a version of it under free download. I believe I will create probably another category, a subcategory called free printable, and you might be able to find it there and just download it and add it to your budget planner, or probably I might put it under monthly budget template. I don't know, but it'll be between those two under free download. If you are interested and you couldn't find it on our website, please just let me know, and I'll be able to send you a copy as well, or I will send you the link. Thank you for watching.